when I was back at my house. Now, I was homeschooled, but I was still the star athlete, and that's what matters, man. I was the star athlete. Now, I didn't even make the hockey team. Didn't try out, but I knew I wouldn't make it, so I mean.
It was funnier last time, but.
Yeah, I know, because,
it's a good joke.
It's not as funny, right?
Right.
Yeah, so,
So what's good for this weekend, bro? Like.
This weekend, man. Oh, my gosh. Okay, Live Dollin, people. Check out Saturday night, because guess what? Saturday night, 9 o'clock, we got the Live Dollin rave going on. All neon.
Really?
We're going to have live DJs there. I might be one of them, just throwing it out there.
Can I just show up in white?
You might be able to, man.
All right.
I think they might have black lights, and it might be able to look cool with white on.
All right.
So
check that out.
Yeah.
If you're in Live Dollin or not.
Yeah, I think anybody can go. If not, I'm just inviting people, I guess. So anybody can go, I guess.
So what's good for next week?
Next weekend, Thanksgiving weekend, man.
Yeah, bro.
Good time. So
yeah,
for me, my grandparents live 15 minutes away in West Acres, or West Fargo. West Acres is a shopping mall, but whatever. I mean, whatever. So my parents are driving up, picking me up, and then we're gonna go there, spend the Thanksgiving dinner with them, and then it's gonna be great. And then we're going all the way back to my hometown, 3 hours away, and then I'm gonna ride a train back here on Sunday, so don't miss classes.
All
How
right.
about yourself?
I'm taking a plane to California to go visit the family, West Coast.
You live in California?
Yeah.
Why did I not know this? This is awesome.
Because I don't know.
I don't. All right.
Shout out to Jeremy and the sports too. He's repping West Coast.
Yeah, dude.
But yeah, besides that, there's a couple updates for activities. There is a dance workshop tonight at 10 p.m. in Olin 224. And make sure you make the atrium. It's a special event. I can't really give it away, but yeah, we're going to have to check that out.
All right, well, let's send it over to Rachel and Emily with news.
Good evening and welcome to news. I'm Rachel Hogan.
And I'm Emily Leighton.
This week marks the 4th annual Concordia Brew Week. Brew itself is a well-known phrase used campus-wide that means becoming responsibly engaged in the world. So this week is all about that. Throughout the week, various speakers and campus organizations have worked to put together a program based off of this year's theme of sustainability. According to the Concordia website, there are 3 pillars of sustainability that will help students truly brew about the idea of sustainability. Those 3 are environmental, economic, and social. Campus Service Commission will be fundraising for the Heifer International. Heifer International is an organization that supports ending hunger and poverty as well as caring for our earth. So be sure to brew this week, Cobbers, and to check out the Concordia's website as well as posters around campus to see all the awesome events and speakers they have lined up.
You've been told the locations of the Habitat for Humanity spring break trips, and now it's time to sign up. The trips are to Colorado, North Carolina, Texas, West Virginia, Florida, Louisiana, and South Carolina for a week of volunteering activities. On November 23rd at 8 a.m., you can sign up for any one of these trips in Jones Center and Knutson. However, the trips are first come, first served, so it's best to come early. The doors of Knutson open at 5 a.m. You'll need to make a $150 deposit when you sign up. The total of the trip will cost about $428. For more information, you can email hff@cord.edu.
In addition to the many Brew Week speakers Concordia has this week, Concordia also welcomes Dr. John McDougall on this November 21st. He will be speaking on the biopsychosocial effects of addiction, specifically through alcohol. Through personal stories and scientific proof, he will be engaging in a brew-worthy conversation that applies to many college students because of how 18 to 24 is the highest binge drinking age. The speech runs from 7 to 8:30 in the Centrum this Thursday night, and refreshments will be served.
Interested in speech? Hopefully you were able to catch the speech showcase last night in the Maze. At 9 p.m., a group of speech members performed some of their work before going to the national competition. Their works ranged from speeches to poetry to dramatic readings and more. The competition marks the ending of the speech and debate season, and the showcase is a way to gain interest in the speech and debate team. Their season starts in the fall, and anyone is welcome to join.
This week, Concordia hosted another fundraiser known as Fill the Dome booth that filled up the atrium. Concordia partnered up with the organization in an effort to help fight hunger and poverty in North Dakota. The organization itself was formed in June 2007 when Fargo-Moorhead High School Student Council students wanted to leave a legacy as seniors. So after much thought, they came up with the organization who strives to fill the entire Fargo Dome floor with food to help counter North Dakota hunger. Concordia students had an extra incentive to donate because of how by donating non-perishables, they can be entered in a chance to win a date with several eligible bachelors and bachelorettes. So congratulations to those lucky winners, and thanks to Student Council for hosting this important and impactful event.
Well, Thanksgiving is yet to happen, but Christmas is already everywhere. Christmas music is playing, Christmas trees have been going up. Also coming up is the XL Energy Holiday Lights Parade. On November 26th, grab your jacket, hats, and mittens and head out to 8th Street and Center Avenue. There, at around 6:30 p.m., the parade starts. The route ends at Broadway and 6th. The Holiday Lights Parade happens every year and includes amazing display of lights and a float competition. Don't miss this fun Fargo tradition. Hopefully, the weather will be favorable. Let's find out from Ashik.
Today, the temperatures remain between 45 degrees Fahrenheit to as low as 30 degrees Fahrenheit, and it's going to remain cloudy all day again. On Thursday, that is tomorrow, there's high possibilities of snow showers with the temperatures ranging all the way from 36 degrees Fahrenheit and going as low as 15 degrees Fahrenheit. Again, on Friday, there will be snow showers, but the temperatures are going to be much lower, with the highest temperature 22 degrees Fahrenheit and the lowest temperature 17 degrees Fahrenheit. On Saturday, the skies will remain partly cloudy and the temperatures maximum is 29 degrees Fahrenheit, and it could go as low as 7 degrees Fahrenheit, which is the lowest temperature that it has ever reached this winter. But of course, it will not be the lowest temperature that will ever reach.
Hello, welcome. This is an interview. I'm here with Junior and JC. This is for the organization Love of Dog. And yeah, thank you for joining us today.
Yeah, no problem.
Junior's just beautiful. Love this dog. Like, what type of mix is it?
He's a pit bull mix. We're not sure what with. It could be border collie or lab.
The best.
Pretty much anything, because he certainly isn't full pit, but he's really good and he's super smart. Hey.
So what's the your organization like basically about?
Well, we are a dog rescue and we're located right here in Fargo-Moorhead. We pull dogs from the pound before they can get euthanized and get them into foster homes and hopefully get them adopted into forever homes. We also do owner surrenders, so people who can't care for their dogs anymore will contact us, and hopefully we have space for it, and we find a foster for it and find that one a home too.
So it's just basically dogs that are just like roaming around the streets, or like how?
Yes, a lot of the dogs that are brought into the pound are coming as strays.
Wow.
And so what will happen is they'll get picked up by animal control, and they have usually about 3 days in the pound, and if no one comes to claim them in those 3 days, one of the area rescues will pull them out and find them a forever home.
I heard that Junior, nobody's even looking at him yet. Like.
No, he doesn't have any interest yet. He's been with us for quite a while now. He's currently staying at our shelter, which isn't far from Concordia campus, looking for a foster or an adopter. Either one, he'd be happy.
I would take you. I promise you I would. Yeah, but so basically, like, I heard that you're looking for volunteers.
We're always looking for volunteers. We have a bunch of different opportunities for people if you want to volunteer a little, if you want to volunteer a lot. Like I said, our shelter building isn't far from Concordia campus, and we do 3 shifts a day with 2 volunteers a day. So what you do is you basically just go and you hang out with the dogs that are staying there. It's super easy.
Cool.
Walk them, play with them, teach them some tricks, whatever you have time to do. And we're always looking for volunteers for that. Otherwise, reference checking. We have a pretty extensive application process, and so we're always looking for people to call references of adopters and make sure that they check out and are really good homes for our dogs. And those are both things that we're always looking for.
All right. And what's your, what role do you play at Love for Dogs?
I do a lot of miscellaneous things. I'm a foster home, so I have fostered a lot of dogs. And I also do, like I said, a lot of miscellaneous things. I do home visits, which is where I go to potential adopters' homes and I just check out their house, make sure that they're a good fit for the dog and everything's a-okay. I meet with adopters a lot. I do a lot of events too, like this. We have another one coming up at the Fargo Force game on December 4th, where we'll be there and I'll be there.
Okay.
Things like that.
All right then. Well, we have another interview with with another special guest.
Yes.
So yeah, we're gonna go over to A&E, just talking a little bit more about. And excuse me, we're going over to sports, but I just wanted to thank you for
not a problem.
coming in and just sharing just your passion with us.
Yeah. Thank you for having us.
All right then.
Hi, I'm Jeremy Pierce.
And I'm Ashley Thompson. Welcome to sports. Unfortunately, we've reached that time of the year again where we have to say farewell to our women's soccer team. But first, how about a little recognition for the ladies? The MIAC named 3 junior powerhouses, Libby Fransdahl, Laura Przinski, and Elizabeth Robinson, to the MIAC All-Conference team this year. Honorable mentions went to Marta Przinski, another junior, and Jamie St. Germain, capping off her senior year with the team. Jessica Schur also represented the senior class with her All-MIAC Sportsmanship Team honor. And the ladies finished their season with a 7-3-1 record and their 11th straight conference tournament, which just so happens to be the most of any school in league history. The team definitely gave it their all this year for a truly successful season. Thanks for all your hard work, ladies. See you next fall.
Last week was the last game of the season for the men's soccer team. The team wound up with a 5-12-1 overall and a 2-8-0 in the MIAC. The last game was against St. Thomas, and unfortunately, the Cobbers lost 5-0. The Cobbers were on top of their game during the first period, but in the second and third, the Tommies just kept scoring and scoring. During the final 20 minutes, the Cobber team was pressing for a goal, but anytime we kicked, the Tommies blocked or we missed. Better luck next season.
1, 2, 3 season opener wins for the men's basketball team these past 3 years. The Concordia boys were at home against Morris, hosting a fan-filled whiteout in Memorial Auditorium. The Cobbers shot 43% for the game, leading with 10 points. Let's just say more than once. Of those shots, 5 were three-pointers. So who was racking up the points for Concordia? While multiple Cobbs were lighting up the scoreboard, freshman Austin Hawkins banked every shot he took, including 2 threes. Hawkins added to his game with 8 rebounds, 1 steal, and 1 block. Moral of the story, the Cobbers are ballin' already this year and are looking to turn last year's number 2 ranking into a big fat numero uno.
Last week, Concordia's women's basketball team traveled to Buffalo, New York for the Betty Abgott Invitational to take on Buffalo State in the championship game. The ladies lost 63-69, making them 1-1. The Cobbers had a rough first half, scoring 16 points, whereas Buffalo had 35. In the second half, Concordia found their game, scored 47 points, but Buffalo snuck in and scored 34 points. Alexandra Lippert and Greta Walsh both scored 14 points and were the only 2 from Concordia to join the all-tournament team. The Cobbers next head to U of M Morris on the 26th.
The Cobber women's hockey team is still skating on a rough patch of ice this early hockey season. The ladies fell to Gustavus 2-0 after 2 goals from the Gussie in the third period. Only one of those goals, however, was scored against Concordia's fresh new face, Andrea Klug. Klug blocked 32 out of 33 shots from Gustavus, keeping the score at 0-0 for 2 whole periods. The final goal came in the last minutes in an empty net shot. The ladies were only able to get 15 shots in themselves. The Cobbers are now 0-2 in the conference, playing only nationally ranked teams thus far. Make sure you show them some love when they take on yet another nationally ranked team, Bethel, this weekend on Friday and Saturday. Everyone knows a little Cobber spirit can go a long way.
The men's hockey team also lost last week to Gustavus. Concordia scored once in the third period, making the game 3-1. This was the first conference loss for the Cobbers, who are now 4-2-0 and 1-1 in the league. Adam Wurtzema scored his second goal of the year, assisted by Andrew Dieters.
Concordia really pushed defense in the second period, but neither team scored at all. Chris Neomatis had 30 saves, but the 3 that got through were just out of his reach. The hockey team hosts Bethel this week at Moorhead Sports Center on the 22nd and the 23rd. And now let's check the weather.
Good evening, this is Ashik Alidi back with the weather forecast for the week. I'm extremely sorry for some technical difficulties, but today the temperatures remain between 45 degrees Fahrenheit and it can go as low as 30 degrees Fahrenheit. And the temperatures tomorrow will remain between 36 degrees Fahrenheit and can go as low as 15 degrees Fahrenheit. Please note there could be some snow showers tomorrow during the day. And on Friday, again, there's high expectancies of snow showers with the temperatures ranging all the way from 17 degrees Fahrenheit as the minimum and 22 degrees Fahrenheit. On Saturday, the skies are remaining partly cloudy, but the temperatures will fall drastically to 7 degrees Fahrenheit as the lowest, which is the lowest that it has ever reached this winter. Of course, it will not be the lowest that it will ever reach this winter. On Sunday, the temperatures are pretty nominal between 32 degrees Fahrenheit to 23 degrees Fahrenheit, and it could remain possibly cloudy. And on Monday, the temperatures are ranging between 17 degrees Fahrenheit being the lowest and 32 degrees Fahrenheit as the highest, with the skies being partly cloudy. And on Tuesday, it's going to be mostly sunny with temperatures ranging from 28 degrees Fahrenheit to 20 degrees Fahrenheit. Let's take a look at the Haiyan storm that the Philippines was attacked about a couple of weeks ago. On November 8th, Typhoon Haiyan, one of the most powerful storms ever to make landfall, battered the Philippines. The provinces of Cebu, Bohol, and Leyte were the worst affected. And Leyte's provincial capital, Tacloban, was also destroyed. The typhoon exacted a deadly toll. More than 3,600 people are known to have died, and over 1,000 people are accounted for to be missing. And some 11 million people have been directly affected by the storm. It was a victorious force that paralyzed the entire province of Leyte. It destroyed everything in its path, said Al Jazeera. The governor says he fears that at least 20,000 people are dead, and those that survived face far more difficult days ahead. The entire province is also isolated. About 90 U.S. Marines and sailors headed to Philippines in a first wave of promised military assistance for relief efforts, U.S. officials said. President Barack Obama promised United States was ready to provide any additional aid. U.S. aid group also launched a multi-million-dollar campaign. One group, World Vision, said a shipment of blankets and plastic tarpaulins would arrive from Germany on Monday as the first step in its plan to help 400,000 people. The United Nations Children's Agency, UNICEF, said it was rushing emergency supplies to the Philippines. The United Nations said some survivors had no food, water, or medicine. Relief operations were hampered because of roads, airports, and bridges had been destroyed or were covered with wreckage. Winter is on the way, and you're all going back to your homes for Thanksgiving. But before you leave, have you packed survival kits to survive this terribly cold winters? Here are the 10 top items you would want to pack while driving. Number 1, blanket. If you're stuck with a car that won't start, or with this cold winters, you'll want to have a decent help, and a warm blanket is an extra layer. Snow shovel. Get a short-handed shovel, probably a coal-type shovel, to store in the trunk in case you need to remove a snow from around the wheels of the vehicle. Number 3, flashlight. Make sure you keep a good-sized waterproof flashlight with fresh batteries in it in case the breakdown is at night. Hand warmers. It is available in every camping store. Smash the bag and the chemical reactions inside create warmth to defrost fingers that may be trying to change a tire or fiddle with an engine. Matches. You never know what you'll have to manufacture heat. It's better than rubbing two cold snowy sticks together, hoping for the best. Number 6, bottle of water and a few protein bars. You might have heard of people surviving on ketchup packets that have fallen between the seats, but some planning will yield a better menu under emergency conditions. A siphon pump. If being out of gas is your problem and you get offered a good Samaritan help, you might want to be able to get a gallon or two of gas out of the other gas tank to get you going quickly. Light sticks, these cost almost nothing at a dollar store and can be used either as a light source or to wear in case of shoveling snow around wheels. Number 9, flares. These should be in your trunk in all season for putting it next to your cars if you are pulled over in a distress. Whistle, if it can be used to either signal for help to someone who can't hear you or yell, or to scare someone to take advantage of your distress. Now it's over to the host for some dog interview.
Thanks, Ashik. I'm here with Ashley and Cupcake. Now, just for a reminder for those who missed our first interview, can you remind us what For the Love of Dogs Rescue is?
Yeah, we are a dog rescue, obviously based out of Fargo. We rehome dogs that don't have homes. We pull dogs from pounds, the local pounds. We also take dogs from regional pounds. And we also take owner surrenders, which is Cupcake's story. That's where if for some reason somebody can't take care of their dog and they need to rehome them, they can contact us and we will take the dog into the rescue and then we will find a new home for the dog.
Cool,
so.
Cool. Can you tell us a little bit about Cupcake's personal story?
Sure. Cupcake has been with me. I'm her foster. She's been with me for about a month now. She came from a family, they had 3 kids and were pregnant with their 4th, and the husband was being deployed overseas, and so they just didn't have time for her anymore, so they contacted us to see if we could find a new home for her, so that's how she came to be with me. They asked if I would foster, and I said yes, because look at how cute she is.
That's of course. Now, what is it like to foster a dog?
It really is a rewarding experience. We hear a lot, how isn't it so hard to foster a dog? We hear a lot of people say, oh, if I fostered a dog, I just want to keep them all. But it really is rewarding when you get to meet the family that they go to, and it's an awesome family, and the dog is happy. It really is rewarding. Some fosters, it's a little harder than others. You do get attached to some of them, but in the end, when you see they go to a good family and a good home, and it's their forever home, it really is worth it.
Awesome. So did you actually meet the foster family that you're fostering for?
What do you mean? I am the foster family?
Well, yeah, but did you meet the people that gave the dog?
Yeah, I did. Yep.
Oh, yeah?
Yep, I got to meet them. I did the surrender, so it was sad, but it was for the best, so now she gets to find a better home.
All right. So how can someone like me or anyone in Concordia on Air get involved for this dog project?
We actually have quite a few opportunities for people, even if it's not fostering, if you're unable to foster. We have a facility, and we do need volunteers to man the facility. We have shifts in the morning, noon, and evening. We need people to do home visits because when we adopt a dog out, they have to do an application, they check references, and then the last part is to do a home visit. So we are always looking for volunteers to do that. And then also, like I said, reference checking. We check references on all of our applications, so we need people to do that as well. And then we always have major events throughout the year that we need extra volunteers for, like our silent auction that we just had. We always look for college volunteers for that too. So
silent auction, what other kind of events are there for this project?
We do, let's see, the silent auction, and then usually during the summer we have other events like open houses. We had a pit bull walk this summer that we needed extra volunteers for. So.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for the interview with yourself, Ashley, and Cupcake.
Yes.
We're going to send it over to A&E with Mike and Lisa.
Welcome to A&E. I'm Lisa Upman.
And I'm Mike Wilson.
Tomorrow afternoon at 8 p.m., you should head over to the recital hall in Witston Music Building for David Jensen's Fall Viola Recital. After months of hard work, he's proud to present his first recital as a sophomore at Concordia. He will be playing romantic repertoire that highlights the viola by Schumann, Bruch, and Kreisler. David will be accompanied by Brianna Drevla on the piano.
Concordia's Comedy Club presents to you the Beards of Comedy this coming Friday. Beards of Comedy is a group of 4 bearded comedians that are, as they say, just not cutting it. And what a perfect time to have a beard anyway, since it's No Shave November. What these 4 beards bring to the table is a smart, quirky twist to the traditional comedy show with sketches and improv blended with avant-garde elements of music. If you've never heard or seen them live before, this could be your last chance to see the group since they are parting ways after their tour. The show will be in the Centrum starting at 10 p.m.
This Saturday, November 23rd at 2:30 p.m., head over to Wittsten Hall of Music and Christensen Recital Hall for Jason Aylward's trumpet recital. He will be playing works by Giuseppe Torelli, Paul Hindemith, and Thomas Richmond, to mention some. He will be accompanied by Michael Olsen on the piano for most of the pieces and assisted by Concordia faculty Dr. Peter Knutsvik on trumpet for one of the pieces.
I can already hear the clarinets, trumpets, snares, and harps. Why, you ask? Well, because there will be not one, but two Concordia band concerts this upcoming Sunday. It all begins with the Caber Echo Band starting at 4 p.m. and going until 6 p.m. This concert will be located in the Wittsten Hall of Music and combined Hanson-Buxton in Rehearsal Hall. The Fall Band concert will follow starting at 7:30 p.m. in Memorial Auditorium, so you'll have plenty of time in between if you're catching both concerts. And you already know the best part, all of this is for free, yeah!
Tuesday, November 26th, you can enjoy the music of the Concordia College Symphonia, our chamber orchestra, under the conduction of Jane Lind Capistran. This year's fall concert is called a Suite Concert, and they will be performing pieces by Handel, Bizet, and Warlock. The event takes place in the Centrum at 7 p.m.
Thanksgiving is just around the corner, which means the annual Macy's Holiday Parade is right around the corner as well. Seeing the giant floats is a highlight, but what can make these floats even more memorable is unexpected deflation accidents. And this brings us to our countdown, the top 5 Macy's float accidents. Number 5 takes us back to Parade in 1957. Popeye the Sailor gave off the real impression that he was off at sea when his hat got filled with rain, causing him to go off course while spilling rainwater on the crowd. Not the best feeling when it's already not warm. Number 4, for the parade in 2011, the Kool-Aid balloon deflated, causing it to tip over. Unfortunately, this balloon didn't spill Kool-Aid on the crowd, but maybe that's a good thing too. Kool-Aid can get a little sticky. Number 3, in 2005, Bullwinkle was spotted, but not Rocky. No worries, they didn't part ways or anything. Rocky's balloon just deflated during inflation. Number 2, for the parade in 2005 as well, the M&M candy balloon got caught in a street light, causing debris to fall on 2 sisters who suffered minor injuries from it. The M&M float has since been retired. And in number 1, in 1997, high winds pushed the Cat in the Hat float into a lamppost. Falling debris struck a woman, fracturing her skull and leaving her in a coma for a month. Size rules have since been enforced to avoid large floats like the Cat in the Hat. So with all that said, I will be watching the parade safely on TV, but now we can go to the Alexis Hope Foundation.
If you could save a life and set a world record while doing so, would you do it? This weekend, everyone in the FM area has that chance.
We're trying to break a world record and try to get as many people as possible in North Dakota to sign up for organ donation in an 8-hour period. So we're trying to break a Guinness Book of World Record thing here. So we'll be at the Fargo Dome as well as the Fargo Coliseum and the Fargo Air Museum from 9 o'clock on Saturday until 5, trying to get people to register as many as possible. Hopefully 8,000 people, that's the goal. There is a woman here at Concordia who had a daughter. Her name was Alexa Kirstein, and she was one of those people who was on a transplant list and ended up not being able to get the transplant before she died, which is really sad and unfortunate. But what her mom did, Monica Kirstein, she started this foundation called Alexis Hope, which the goal is to get people to sign up for organ donation.
The table in the atrium and countless emails sent to students, it has been easier than ever to see why the topic of organ donation has created such a buzz.
I'm passionate because, I mean, why not? We're going to be gone, and if we're healthy enough and being able to save someone else's life, I think it's so important that we can have that opportunity even when we're gone to still do something good for the community and do something well for something else even if we're gone.
You can sign up by visiting volunteerspot.com or filling out forms in the atrium. A couple minutes of your time might mean years on someone else's life.
There are people who get their entire life back just getting, some type of transplant.
Reporting live for Concordia On Air, Jocelyn Marie.